I've been finding out a lot of things about people, and I would like to not be like a lot of them.
Okay.
Because people don't do good things to get to where they are.
Yeah, nah, that's cool because
You hear the ice cube?
we live from Unsatisfied and Restless. It is officially New Year's Eve, 2016.
Day 365 or 64,
Yes.
right?
What is it? 60? Which one is it?
65?
65, yeah.
He's a smart guy. He knows.
If
Boom.
it's, is it a... I don't know. Is it a leap year?
16.
I don't remember which one's the leap year.
I don't
But
know.
it goes by
Do we have
fours.
29 days in February this year?
No.
I can't remember.
It was 28.
28?
Yeah.
Okay, then it wasn't a leap
More
year.
than likely.
See, now I have to look it up because...
Yeah. Let's solve that mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the guy
Nope,
on
we
there.
had 29 days in February.
We did. Okay,
It is
so
a
this
leap
was a
year.
leap. This is
So this is
366.
366.
366.
Boom.
Every 4
You know,
years.
you know what's
guys.
funny about the counting the days? Because like on the internet, it became popular where everyone starts counting the days when the years start. Go day 1, day 2, day 3.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny how everybody gives up after 2 weeks.
You imagine like day 176, like
Right? You just stop counting. Like, no one wants to count that
It's
long
not gonna be
You
anymore.
fun.
guys, you guys haven't watched Collateral Beauty yet, have you?
Is that a movie?
no.
Or a documentary?
Nah, it's a movie with
It's a good title.
with Will Smith.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not gonna get into the movie, but basically, one part of the movie said they were talking about Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
He's a dick.
Because
He was a dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's not what they were getting at. The whole thing was, you know how we're talking about days. Albert Einstein didn't believe in days, hours, or anything.
Yeah, he barely slept
He
too,
said
right?
time isn't a thing.
It's a man-made thing.
It's a man-made thing. It's
We
not.
use it to like control almost.
It's not even real. There is no 1 p.m. Well, 12 a.m. to
Yeah.
12 p.m. There is no, January
Or holidays
through
or-
December. There's nothing. There's just basically whatever you do
Interesting.
when you're awake. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's why Albert Einstein didn't sleep, because he didn't believe in time. He didn't
Yeah, they say
believe
he
that
used to-
when the sun went
He
down.
was a napper, right?
Yeah, they say he used to dip his head in cold water to keep himself awake.
He didn't believe that when the sun went down that it was time to go to sleep.
Interesting.
He didn't believe that when the sun went down it was 7 p.m.
He also
that
had
wasn't a thing to him.
He had like some type of disease or something, I think too, dyslexia and something else.
No, they said he
Or
had no.
something.
They said that he was what is the word?
It wasn't
I'm
Down.
forgetting it. Down syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was Down syndrome.
Yeah,
I
they
thought I
said-
read that
Well,
somewhere.
in school
what
he
they
wasn't.
said, yeah.
In school he was terrible.
They said he had Down syndrome.
In school he was terrible,
It's
but
just crazy,
fucking
but
genius.
The only reason I know this is because I read the book on Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
If you know who he is.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a napper also.
Yeah, but the thing was that he was smart, but like the same time Einstein was a dick. He was an asshole. No one ever talks about that. Ever.
Oh, that
yeah,
Einstein
Tesla
was
was like almost more smarter than Einstein. He had when he died, there was probably so many inventions that didn't come out when he died.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Can you imagine though, like if you believed that there was no January through December?
Oh yeah,
And you just lived your life as if
He forgot everybody's birthday.
that's for sure.
Yo, for
probably
real.
his own too. He didn't even know his own age was.
For real, man. He forgot everybody's
he probably
birthday.
didn't even believe in a birthday.
For real.
He probably didn't believe. Oh, I was born in January, because
Yeah.
he didn't believe in months.
So I wonder when did time even become a thing? You know what I mean?
I don't
the AM
know.
and the PM thing.
I feel like that was something that the Egyptians created, wasn't it? Because they
they
started,
created like a circle calendar.
No, I don't think they created a cat.
This is
no,
a
they
certain
did create a
circle.
calendar.
Yeah, it was like a
because-
calendar.
But they also did it around the revolutions of the sun.
Yeah.
That's how they created
Yeah.
it, because they were saying, when the sun rises, obviously that's daytime, because
Yeah.
you got daylight, and then they kind of just created it everything
Afterwards,
I forgot. I'm trying to search the name of our specific type of calendar, and it started not too long ago, like using it January through
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's why people kept saying
there's
the
a certain
world
time-
was gonna end soon, because apparently the Egyptian calendar ended at a certain time.
No, the main.
That's
the
what they.
Mayan,
That's what they
Mayan-
thought.
the Mayan
yeah,
calendar
yeah.
and the way it was. Yeah,
They just stopped making
but supposedly
days
that
after
was so
2012.
difficult to predict and read.
Yeah, no
like,
one really
'cause of the
understood
symbols,
it.
right?
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
So you think like back in the day,
Gregorian.
Wait, what is it?
Gregorian.
Gregorian.
We use the Gregorian calendar.
You sound smart, dude. You just looked that up.
Yeah, I did. Why? Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had that in my head recently, but I don't know why I just couldn't come up with the word. But
So is it really New Year's Eve? That's the real question.
are we really traveling through space right now?
It doesn't even feel like it's winter. Like if you let's say if you just did that by season, you're like, yo, are we really in winter right now? The way it's feeling.
It was pretty
Very
crazy.
true.
Yeah.
It's not.
It was just 60 degrees.
It
That's fuck.
It was way too warm.
Way
and-
too.
That's what that's
the
what they
wind.
call global warming, and
Right.
that's what people don't believe in.
I feel like it
For
should be
us,
global warning instead.
We lived here our entire lives, and because we lived here our entire lives, it's like we've been through all the seasons so many times that by September it will be freezing outside before. And now it's December and it's still not freezing.
Or maybe it's
it
'cause-
still ain't snowing. It'd be
It's
snowing
still-
by November sometimes.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, you'd have snow.
yeah, maybe that's just because we lived in New York for so long. That could be it
I
too.
mean, it ain't snowing in New York right now.
No,
either,
it's
though.
not.
That's
It's
the-
not. It is in other
same.
places though. VA, I believe, and in Pennsylvania. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's already snowing. I've seen.
Well, I mean, it's always
Instagram,
gonna
I
snow in the
seen
mountains.
several.
Yeah,
Right.
The mountains is always gonna have snow.
Yeah, yeah.
Pennsylvania is nothing but mountains.
and it's funny how we're not too far away from them, and
Yeah.
it could be completely different.
Interesting.
It is
2017, guys.
Hey, I could go the whole year without snow and I'd be happy.
right.
True.
Facts.
I mean, the temperature could stay in the 40s forever and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm a fat nigga, so
The way
I like
look at
I like
is,
it when it's nice and chilly.
I prefer 60s and 70s every day.
Well, yeah, that too. You know,
You know, who wouldn't almost.
word. What are you guys planning out for this new year? Speaking of space and time,
So many
you know?
things. So I was thinking of one thing that you were telling me not too long ago, and I'm like, so we approach every year a little differently. I would think so. The more you get older, the more you mature. You start doing different things and trying different things out. And this year, from what you were saying, I want to try the attacking everything quarterly.
Okay,
4 quarters, and we attack it 4 months at a time, right?
3.
3 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 months. Yeah, my math is bad. 3 months at a time. That's what 90 days.
Yeah,
That's not too long.
that's not long at all.
It's not long at all. So it's like, let's attack everything with that many days at a time, quarterly. We'll see how that figures
How did
out.
you finally come to that conclusion and feeling?
It's like a deadline. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So most likely everyone's listening's been a student, and we know we do everything when there's a deadline coming up.
Homework tomorrow, test by
yes.
Friday.
Unfortunately, we might cram, but when it comes to life things,
Right.
you can't cram life all the time. So that sounds like a good idea,
It provides
quarters.
guidance
Yes,
also.
yes. And then you think about it too. Like if you're saying 4 quarters, it's like you have just like when you get $1, 4 quarters.
That's
it
it.
was $1. You need
Yeah.
change in between that.
There you go.
To make it.
Ah.
It doesn't make
So how
dollars.
he
It
did
doesn't
that?
make sense.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. So that's a good way to attack it. I feel like.
Yes, indeed. You see, so the idea of the 4 quarters, I don't know how I got into it, but I kind of, for those listening, I think it was it was at the beginning of 2016. I don't know what happened to me, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do life by quarters. I think I kept a good track record until like the 3rd quarter, and then things started slipping out of control. Which I'm gonna try my best to bring it back this year
Right.
again. But the 1st quarter I thought was pretty successful. 2nd quarter was good too. A lot of movement, a lot of things done. I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs, of course.
Right.
But you have ever thought about doing something like that, Bernie?
Not really. I mean, I kind of in my company, we work by quarters, but I don't really set my goals according to quarters. Because I just feel like when I set my mind to something, it's just, I'm going to get to it.
Like going by
but
the
it's
flow.
just I don't have a deadline for it because you never know what's going to come in between there.
Well,
That's why I can't. I don't ever really like planning stuff ahead of time. I can't say by December this is where I want to be, because you never know what's going to happen between January and December.
very
And,
true. But
you could have a really big event or big, climax or whatever it is that just throws you off track. So that's kind of just why I just make sure that if I have it set for the year that I get it done. It's going to get done. Don't know when, but it's going to get done.
now that's cool. But let me tell you, from my perspective, right? Because it's a lot of pressure.
Right.
I'm under a lot of pressure. So for me, it's like the faster, the sooner, the better, and getting things done quicker means just more progress made. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, it could vary by
I guess
lifestyle too. Depends on the lifestyle.
That's
Somebody
life,
wants to live.
It depends on
I guess the
lifestyle
thing,
and how scary your goals are.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the problem, that's also a problem because whenever I set something in my mind, let's say you guys know I like cars. So if I say, hey, I want to get this car or I want to, modify this car, do whatever it is, before this amount of time. So if I do it before, but whenever I set my mind to something, I can never have the patience to just let it take its course. And when I rush stuff, it always tends to not turn out the way that I want it to be. And that's why I don't like to rush things. That's why I don't like to set a certain date to have things done by, because I feel like I have to rush. And when I rush things, it never turns out the way that it should be, ever.
Well, sometimes things should never be the way that they should be. Yeah. That's the beauty of life.
I guess
in the business world, Bernie, when you get to that point, because I know you will, when you get to the business world, eventually I think our paths will lead there. And I hope they do, because it's the only way to true freedom. But if you ever go down the business route, everything is by
quarters,
due dates, times, schedules, appointments. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Everything down to the T. Because at that point, time really is money. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the numbers at that point.
Yeah.
Literally all numbers.
By me having a salary, it doesn't fucking matter how many hours I work. I know how much I'm going to get paid. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't work by salary, neither do you. But when you're independent, like how Gio is, it's every single second matters. Every single thing you do, is super important. So
we go back to time at that point.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
it's a little tough because I just know when I rush things, and I've rushed a lot of things, it just always doesn't.
Probably the Dominican.
It always turns out worse than it would have been.
Take our sweet time with everything.
I feel like I'm a magnificent under pressure player. We'll all be fine. Even like in school, and you had a project. Oh shit, this shit is due tomorrow.
Yeah, I used to kill things like that.
You put out 4 paragraphs and you didn't think about it, and they all were flawless.
That's true.
You're like, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like
that pressure's good.
It is, the pressure is good, but I just feel like everything, when it comes down to when you involve money into the situation, it's a little different.
Of course.
No, of course.
Because the risk. I'm not gonna say anybody can, but I know we can. I know. You know, when it came down to writing a project or writing an essay the day before, I could knock that shit out like nothing.
All of it, of course.
Nothing. But if it came down to the next day that I had to spend $2-3 grand, that's not really easy. You know what I mean?
No. But what if you was gonna make $2 or $3 grand, but you had to get an impossible amount of shit done in order to do it?
Right.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you not sleep? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I like the due date. Maybe I'm just preparing my mind and my soul for it from now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On top of that, there's also real life responsibilities that, you know what? Looking at you guys, it's almost like it's a good thing that you guys aren't there yet, but it's also not a good thing that you're not there yet, because if you had that super life pressure under you, there's no yes, no, maybe, there's no, like how Bernie was explaining just now, there's no not having a due date type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So,
a little tough. But, due dates are good, but, when you...
Is there somebody who you would... all the successful motivational speakers speak of modeling behavior and modeling a certain person's behavior pertaining to where you want to be in life or the path that you see yourself going. Is there a certain character... I'm asking this question to both you guys, but I'm asking Bernie right now. Is there somebody that you see who you model you would like to model that person's behavior or sort of follow that person's path? Not saying you will copy or be that person. It's just, there's everybody. I think we all should have that one person that's doing extraordinary things that we see. I could be like that nigga one day.
With that being included is also the only issue, at least from what I'm seeing from our point of view, is we can model it. We almost have no problem because the only good thing, I feel like the only thing that we're good at is working hard. That's the one thing we're all good at. We all don't really have talent. We're all really good at working hard.
Right.
At the same time, it's almost hard to try to mimic or try to, bust your ass every day if there's not a plan. If there's not nothing that we want to search for. Sometimes that comes with time, obviously, which is
the plan and the goals.
It's so if I'm going to work this
pressure.
if I'm going to put this much time in, it's on what? On what? That's always the question.
Okay.
The 5 W's could even be the who, what, when, where, why. And then the most important one, the how. How are we going to do it?
How?
I feel like the how, we got that down, but the other 5 W's is the...
Yeah, I'm about to say the how is my favorite part.
The how is we know what to do. Yeah, we know what to do. It's just
just how are you going to do it?
We know what's got to be done.
I don't really like.
No, it's the what is the what is usually the ones that stops the most people. What am I gonna do?
We got the whys down. We got the whys down for the most part.
We got the whys and the hows.
That house.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But
So the what is the most important part.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't actually say that there's somebody in my life at the moment that I can say that I want to
not in your life
or look up
social media or anywhere.
Not really. I mean, you guys use Instagram a lot. I used to, but I don't really like follow a lot of people. I just follow mainly my Instagram is more car pages.
What you're interested in.
Yeah, mainly my interests.
Yeah, but it's not somebody
not like
in that world.
No, I mean, I look at a lot of people that I follow, and you know, it might look like they're living great because they have a nice car or whatever. Or
but you never know that's what that portrays. That's what it's supposed to be about.
I mean, that's what Instagram portrays. You don't know how much debt they're in. You don't know what they're going through or what they had to do to get to there, or you know.
So in that niche, there's no outliers. There's nobody standing out. There's no.
Oh, I mean, there are a lot of people,
figures.
No, there are a lot of people standing out because, as far as I'm looking at it, it's like, you know, I look mainly at the street racing and drag racing portion because making your car look good, anybody can do that. That's easy.
Okay.
I think the hard part about cars is trying to make a car fast, trying to be faster.
It's like an athlete.
Yeah,
almost.
trying to be faster than the next guy. And that's the hard part because there are a lot of fast cars out there. There are a lot of fast cars out here in Maryland. And I mean, I can catch up to a lot of the people, but I'd have to spend a lot of money. Do I really want to do that? That's the real question.
No, but yeah, there's no outliers. There's no specific. I guess in that niche, there's no like.
I mean, you can look at people and you can say, "I want to be like this person," right? But when you really look at a lot of things, because I've been finding out a lot of things about people, and I would like to not be like a lot of them.
Okay.
Because people don't do good things to get to where they are.
Gotcha.
A lot of them don't.
Okay.
And I found that out, you know, from a lot of people that I know around the scene.
You think that has to do?
People don't do legal things.
You think
people
that has to do with the fact that it's a material thing? You think?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they do
narrow it down, right?
But like there are people who don't pay for things themselves. You know, I mean, they come from money, and people provide them. They don't have to work hard to get what they have. They don't have to do the right thing to get what they have. There's some people doing shady things that, you know, I'd rather not name.
Sounds like the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, and it's kind of real. It's the real world. A lot of people do that because, I mean, when you really want to think about modifying a car, it takes thousands of dollars. It takes 10, 20, 30. Some cars,
it's expensive
40,
luxury for some
50,
people.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of money. And I don't see how people can literally. Yeah, I don't see how people can literally wake up tomorrow and say, "I want to spend $50,000 on my car." Like you don't. I know you. I mean, I don't really know you, but I know of you. You don't have $50,000 really sitting in your bank account, and if you do, you probably didn't do it in a legal way.
So there's no public figure in that world that stands out.
I mean,
that's doing great things.
He knows of yet, I guess.
I can't be like these people because a lot of these people.
Shout out to the car culture, by the way. What is the car enthusiast? You guys need to step your game up, your moral game up.
A lot of these people have their parents paying for stuff.
That sounds about right.
A lot of these people are doing shady things to get to where they are.
So that's not an honest culture, is what you're kind of saying.
No, and even like in a street racing game, I understand the aspect of, you know, being a hustler, more or less, because we're from New York, we know how to hustle. But it's kind of different in that hustling aspect, because let's say, okay, you see these two cups, right? One's taller than the other.
Okay.
I'm going to lie and I'm going to say I'm not as tall as you. So can I get a head start? Right? But you know that you are taller than him, but you still ask for the head start in the race. Now, what's that going to do? You're already better than him. And you're already ahead. Before the race even started, you're already ahead. So what's going to happen when the race starts?
Basically,
when the race ends, what's going to happen? You're still ahead, but you just cheated this guy out of his money for the race. And that's what people do. They lie. They lie. I'm not taller than you, but I want, you know, I'm not as fast as your car is. You knowing that he is.
Life is.
But can I get a car head start? Can I get a car head start for $500? So, you know what I mean? And at the end of the race, I beat you, and I know that I was faster than you, and I just took $500 out of your pocket. It's you know, to me,
if that's the culture, that's the name of the game.
And that's what they do. I mean, to me, I'd rather win your money fair and square than steal it from you. that's stealing.
Right.
You know, when I really want to get down to it, that's stealing money from you.
Or street smarts or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, everybody call it hustling. Everybody call it, you know, it's part of the game. You don't need to know what's done to my car, this, that, and the third. But you know what's done to your car, and you know what's done to his car.
Right.
So why would you sit here instead of having a fair matchup? I mean, I guess that's just the way we were brought up.
That can go, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're a good heart with a pure soul. You know, it is what it is. You won't probably opt for those type of things, which is,
and it's hard to be that way in this type of world.
It is.
So
everybody else is like that, and you know,
it's like if everybody's cheating, I could cheat too because it's okay now.
Or there might be good people that automatically know that there's bad people out there, so they treat everybody the same kind of. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I mean, I guess that's it because they kind of feel like, oh, if I don't hustle this guy, I'm gonna get hustled.
Exactly.
But
that's the way that game.
There's a lot of things.
Work.
There's a lot of factors in play. I mean, I love it. I love doing what what I'm interested in. But you know, like I've never raced for money just for that reason because I feel like I'm gonna get robbed out of my money, and I work hard for my money. You know what I mean? The bank account, my parents didn't provide it for me.
Right.
I don't do shit illegally to get the money that I earned.
Put in them hours.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. You put in the hours. We all put in the hours for the money we make. So why would I want to just give it away to somebody?
And that's you're not a gambler. That's fine. Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a gambling man. I guess
bringing it back to the topic of 2017 and being New Year's Eve and goal setting and goal planning and goal
definitely a lot of goals in there.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm definitely
I feel you, but that
right, less talking, more action, man.
I'm gonna be faster for next year, and it's not gonna come easy and it's not gonna come cheap, but I want to create a name for myself.
Okay. So, why?
I mean, that's just kind of like what interests me, and it's the only thing. I mean, you guys ask, do I see myself in the business world, and what am I going to do? I don't know yet, but I know that this is the only thing that I like to do.
Yeah, so at least you figured it out. Someone figured it out at a younger age, so that gives you something to look forward to.
I know we just spoke about some of the bad that's going on in the car enthusiast culture. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other good things too, that it's not just bad things. But I guess every culture probably is going to have a mix of the both. But what's really going to keep you there, and how will that help you get to where you want to be? Well, I guess if you don't know where you want to be, then that's understandable.
But I guess you just do it not for the people. You do it for yourself. Just because you know that this is what you like to do.
Yeah, you can't deny what your heart feels.
Yeah, and you know what it is that you want out of your car. And as long as you hit that goal, that's going to make you happy. Whether or not you win a race, whether or not you lose to somebody, whether or not you're going to make money off of it, it's just what you like to do.
It's most of
once you hit that goal, that's going to make you happier as a human being.
Yeah.
And that might even get somebody to notice you if you spread positivity. You might be able to get sponsorships from certain people. You might be, and if you get sponsorships, you can go
sponsorships for street racing.
Not street racing. That's drag racing, like on a track, because you know they have quarter mile tracks, you know, all around,
right? And
you know you have to run a certain time, I guess, to prove yourself to certain companies, and you're gonna have to, because in order to get a sponsorship, you can't say, oh, I want the sponsorship because it's going to benefit me. It's what's going to benefit the company. Why should you sponsor me? What am I going to do for you? So,
yeah.
So you kind of have to do something before they sponsor you. So that way you have something to prove.
Just like music. You got to make a name for yourself. You got to have followers. You got to have an audience. You got to have people follow.
It's almost with anything.
You have to invest a lot of yourself and a lot of your money into it first before
sacrifice.
Somebody invests money into you.
Yeah, but it's easy. Right. Yeah, like it's with anything, sacrifice. But if you enjoy it, you like it, the sacrifice should be easy.
Right.
So do you have somebody that you model, Gio?
Now the thing is, like, I would say a few. There's a few of them on the top of my head. It's a few of them, but like I was saying before, it's difficult almost. It's easy. I feel like it's easy to model them. It's just a part of the what. You know, if we listen to podcasts all the time, and we see someone like Joe Rogan's an awesome dude. You know, Gary Vee, even Eric Thomas from going back in the day. You know, those guys are awesome, and I know what they do, and I know what it takes. As a sacrifice, we all know what that is.
Right.
We've sacrificed so much in our life, and we can only imagine. Like, other people couldn't even dream of what the stuff we sacrificed. Like, you missed out on that. Like, little normal things to other people is like okay with us. Like, nah, it doesn't matter. But like we said, it's just a what.
The what?
When we get that what down, man, it's just...
I don't... So the older I get, the more I'm realizing that what, I might never have it down.
Or you just hope one day you wake up and it's fine to you.
Yeah. No. So what I started doing was, now whatever's strong enough to be a what, but it's not a what yet, I'm going to start working on those. I'm going to take it one notch down in order to not like be focused on just finding this one specific fucking thing that everybody tells you you're supposed to be finding.
Yeah.
It's just nearly impossible for some of us.
But it's also been like an issue for
That's
you
why
too.
this is Unsatisfied and Restless. It's like, yo, some people just won't never find that one fucking thing. Grant Cardone didn't find that just one thing. He said he will be bored out of his mind. You got to do 1,000 different things. You got to be involved in so many different areas of everything. You know, and then, you know, some people are like that. So for the what, one of my advice would be just turn it down that one notch. And those little tiny things that could be a what, eventually maybe, just, dedicate a little bit of time to those.
Yeah.
Like this right here is a potential what?
It is a potential what?
This is we're sitting in a room that's costing if we calculated part of the rent, like this little tiny room is part of this right here. It takes a percentage of it, right? If we do the square footage and see what amount of the rent that is, then it's actually costing money just to have this fucking room, even though it's part of the whole package, right?
Right.
Exactly.
But if we didn't have this room, we would be paying less.
We probably would be paying less. Exactly.
No, you would be.
Exactly.
We know
so the ones without the den and without the balcony, you know what I'm saying? It would be different.
Cost less money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, but then the investment that was already made into the microphones is another thing that I consider. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already, this goes beyond, but it's a potential what? Unfortunately, it's costing what it's costing, which I haven't done the math yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually, my goal would be to have this produce maybe something else, and then that other thing produces another thing, and then that thing kicks off, and then boom, oh shit, now it's paid. You know what I mean? Now
one thing we've all been good at too is talking, at least, you know, for the most part.
You know,
even whether it's writing or talking or communicating
to it. We gotta go up to the level of being an entertainer.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, I want to listen to everything this person's got to say next.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
2017 pre-game talking. I see my cup is almost empty, but there's two other empty cups on the table.
Let me tell you, mine's been empty for probably about 15 minutes now.
Slacking, man.
And I've been dying for another one.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up. So.
You're not getting up. Not yet. Let me see where we at.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't want to. No. So we hit the 30-minute mark.
That's all right. I mean,
you know, Bernie. This is Bernie's actually first time joining us. Everybody. I think that if you guys hear his voice, you think we should have more of Bernie here. Please.
You'd also think he's 10 years older than what he actually looks like.
He has admitted that he has not listened to one episode yet.
Or any.
So, you know, hopefully this applies a little bit of pressure to the guy who see what he's actually seeing and experiencing what we actually doing here.
It's a little,
and what we compile. You know,
I like it. It's a little tough for me, you know, like not tough for me to find the time. It's not about finding the time.
Making it.
It's more about
making the time.
Not even about the time in general. It's more about,
which is made up.
I'm not going to lie. it's about finding the interest. Because, I mean, you guys know me. You guys know if I'm not interested in something, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to watch it. And that's a little different for me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. After this whole experience right here today, I can see the interest in it.
Yeah.
So I might listen to a few.
And we like your opinion, man.
Yeah, of course, dude. Like, we speak and we have good conversations, and all this is recording
what we usually
some quality of what we speak on. Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
it.
Yeah, and we do this on a daily basis.
Exactly. Exactly. So I actually have another episode. It might either come out before this one or after, but it's called 2017 Propositions instead of Resolutions. Right. And it's about going into 2017 with purpose.
Proposing yourself something.
Here's my thing. I mean, me and Jill kind of talked about small goals. What's yours, though?
Mine, I'm launching a website for the podcast. I'm going to dedicate enough time to that. I'm going to put everything in practice that I have learned so far through reading, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, experience. I'm going to put all of that into play with unsatisfiedandrestless.com. Okay. The domain name is already purchased. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of roadmap laying out, but I'm going to mind map the entire thing. I'm consistently listening to things that are guiding me in this direction. This is why having the conversation of what is so important, because I may not know the what, but because I'm diving into all this other information,
right?
It kind of just, it comes together after a while. Like, there you go. That's what it is.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? That's part of it. I plan on getting lean this year, finally. Losing some weight. Yeah, I'm just a big dude, and I think it's time that, you know.
Did me saying something had an impact to you the other day? Because you did say you didn't really care about looking like you work out.
I didn't care about it. But then what inspired me was just that there's a competition going on. That'll be a deeper reason for me.
Yeah.
Gold's Gym is having, for the listeners, Gold's Gym is having some sort of contest of who does the biggest body transformation, and that right there was like motivation. Let me join that. Let me have a guideline, something to aim towards. You know what I mean? Something with a deadline.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of my strength, I'm planning on doing 16-hour days.
Right.
Which is more than the average person, and you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not for you, my guy.
But, you guys know I do a lot of those 16 hours.
You know, so I plan on doing a lot of that. Gym life heavy. The website, I plan on being in people's lives more often this year. That's one of my personal goals. I'm growing older. I'm caring about mommy a lot. Like,
right.
The older you get, the more you like appreciate parents, and we moved out already, so it's like that's why I kind of balk at my brothers. These are my brothers sitting in this room with me right now for the listeners. Andy and Bernie and Gio.
It just flows together.
Yeah, we've been drinking, we've been sipping on Douce. So sorry. So you know, it's part of it, like that. The older I'm getting, I'm like, I need to be in their lives more often and really create like deeper value and have deeper conversations. Anybody's capable of going the deep route with any conversation you want them to. You just have to reach that level with them, you know. And like we have it because we're close, but I want to do that with more people, not necessarily in this. This
I mean, humans need humans connections. Yeah, we need that. And plus, when you have those, you can almost realize something else. Like if you're in a room by yourself, you can only do so much. When you have that human on human connection, you can open up another pathway and figure something else out that you like, you enjoy. Yeah, you can get anything, but you need more of those.
I plan on leaving my phone to the side when I'm with my son and not touching it or turning it off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's bad that we have to realize that in ourselves.
Yeah. But that's one of the goals for 2017, you know? Get lean, get huge, record a lot of podcasts, launching online
I think
business.
Get lean is probably in everybody's goal. That's definitely in my goal. I would like to shed off.
I have a book if you want it.
Fat.
I paid for it.
On top of it, so
it was not cheap. It's a digital book.
You got a lot of books.
I got a digital one. It's about getting lean. It's about using the scale. It's about measuring your macros. It's about intermittent fasting, carb cycling.
That might be a myth. At least from what I know, it could or could not be the intermittent fasting.
Rhonda Patrick, I love her and respect her, and she had a lot.
There's so many if and ands on that. I did it for a long time, and I almost realized you don't need to do that.
Well, intermittent fasting, it wasn't like starving.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is exactly. I've done it. I've done it for the most part when I was lifting. I always used to work out without eating. For people with
higher body mass, though, it might be more effective.
A lot of you guys, for the first time, was it yesterday or the day before? I ate before working out. I usually don't.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot.
You feel better, right?
I had oatmeal. No, I'm not going to say I felt better. I sweated a lot more.
Okay.
That was my thing.
And I felt like I got more. I got a better workout, and I got more out of that workout.
Okay.
Eating before working out. Now,
interesting. Sal has actually mentioned that also.
I'd say because I've did it.
It's not about eating something heavy. It's just about having something in your body.
Right.
I used to just.
I hear carbs aren't good to eat, and I had carbs, so I don't really know.
Depends on what you're doing, I guess. Right.
Yeah, I had oatmeal, and I did. It must have been. What was it? I can't even remember what I worked out on that day. All I know is I was sweating pretty hard, and I felt like I got more out of that workout than I did when I didn't eat before.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like doing it because my metabolism works slower than the average person.
Yeah, mine's also.
And if usually if I eat, I'm going to stay full for a long time, or I'm going to feel it in my stomach for a long time.
That's all part of the journey, figuring it out.
True. It's about trying different things to see which one actually fucking works.
It is.
Yeah. So, I have the books. I know you're not a reader or anything like that, you know. But you had to be a reader before, and you was very good at it too. So.
I mean, I was good at a lot of things when it came to school, but I was not good at. I mean, I was good at it, but I didn't really like to make it happen. But you know,
it might not be a bad thing to join the challenge. You know what I'm saying? That might be a good little deadline. Like, yo, I got this much time to do this. Let me see if I can earn, maybe not first. Maybe I could earn first because I'm the biggest. If I make the biggest transformation, and I'm not even that big for the listeners. I'm 210, 220 at my heaviest. I'm battled between 205, 210. It's not that crazy, but I'm still a big dude.
You gotta start getting in that cardio. I know, you know that.
Guys, what do you want to tell the people before we cut it off for New Year's? Every time we finish a podcast, we have everybody drop some gems on them.
Well, I kind of said it on Facebook already, but I'm going to say it anyway. And some of you may know this, some of you may not. But you go through a lot of negative experiences and positive experiences.
Yes.
And you start to hate the negative ones, and you're like, why this, why that? And I know, we all know, but you can't have the positive without the negative. You can't appreciate being up high and having a fucking great life. You're not going to get there unless you go through the struggle. Mm-hmm. So for 2017, like as I experienced in 2016 a whole lot, and I'm probably going to experience again because you always do, appreciate the struggle with the success. But make sure that you succeed more than you fail.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Cherish the chase as much as the trophy.
Yep, basically. Cheers to 2017. Cheers. And let's make it our bitch.
Yes. I'm with you, Gio. What's good?
All right. Well, let me say shout out to my football people who love football out there. Like I was saying about the 4 quarters, let's treat this like a game almost. Let's don't blow your load in the first quarter. We're gonna have to treat it like a game.
Don't blow your load.
Don't blow your load, man. And we all like summertime is almost like a halftime. Everyone likes to chill in the summertime, but let's treat it like a game. Take each quarter at a time. Make sure you have a plan set.
See how much you can score.
Have a plan set. Hopefully you have a good team behind you because we all know you need that support. You need that going in. Okay. And let's just try to go and attack it full head on.
Yep. There you go.
I gotta come strong because he's there. I gotta come strong.
Word.
Oh man. Well, I was thinking about something today. It brought me back to my 28th birthday when I blew out those candles, and my wish in my brain was for more pain. Like, I saw it reverse. I saw it in reverse. I said, in order for me to get from point A to point B, and point B being whatever it is, my achievements, are gonna whatever it is that I want to achieve that's gonna make me feel like the best human possible. I said, I'm not gonna get there easily. And I'm not going to get there just a hip scotch and I'm fucking it's not going to be like that. So I knew that I had to walk through fire somehow, some way, my own personal journey and my own feelings, emotions, my own little tiny world. I was going to walk through fire in order to get from point A to point B. So I was like, I wanted more pain. So it was reversed because somebody hears you saying, you want more pain?
Yeah, instead of I want more happiness. But how do you get more happiness?
I want to be happy in 2007. No, I want more pain.
That's what it's going to lead to. The more you have it, the more.
Ashes rises a phoenix.
There you go.
You understand? That's how I felt. So it got me to thinking about that today again, New Year's Eve. I'm like, I'm still on top of all the goals I already set for myself. I'm putting a little more goals, and I'm like, yo, what's really going to be the whole why of this? And and it's really to grow. It's really to grow. So I wish everybody growth. Bro. Yes, indeed. Water the plants, water your brain, water your heart. Let everything grow this year, especially if you got a small dick.
Come on.
So sorry I had to do it to you. We represent the A-Bar family here. I'm here with Gio. I'm here with my brother Bernie. I appreciate you guys coming through. Let's have some more drinks. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Be somebody to somebody or be nobody to yourself. Peace.